Hello folks, thank you for joining me again, back in the Arban Duets, and this one is number 27, at least in my edition, and it's by an Italian opera composer, Gaetano Donizetti, and the title is L'Elisir d'Amour. It's an excerpt from the opera. L'Elisir d'Amour means the elixir of love. And it's a very funny opera. I played it when I was playing principal trumpet with the Kansas City Lyric Opera many, many years ago. And it's you got to see it. Let's just put it that way. It's very funny. This guy ends up selling a bottle of Bordeaux to a poor, unsuspecting, love-struck fellow who's trying to get someone to fall in love with him. Typical opera story, right? Okay, so. But there's a lot of sentiment. It's a comic opera, but it's very sweet. It's very sweet, and so if we can get in touch with a little bit of that, it just makes it so much more convincing for the audience, who may not know any of those details nor care about them. They're just coming from musical experience. So our calling, as it were, is to try and provide a musical experience for them, and it starts with whether we have one ourselves. That's really the key here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and play through. I guess I'll start with the second trumpet part, since they usually give me more trouble. And when I'm through with that, I'll make a couple of pointers that I hope you can practice and incorporate in this style. So this says lento, slow, and we'll see if you can pick up on the feeling of the movement of this. Okay, that's kind of sweet. Nice tune. Now I get to play the melody, which is, for me, the fun part. What I'm going to mention to you is when I have something that's slowly moving like this, some of the times the notes are the subdivision. You have moving 8 notes. This is in 6/8, as you can see if you're looking at the part. So going into the second line, so when you have moving 8 notes, that gives you the D, 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 D. And the important thing here is not so much metronomic time. It's a feeling of flow. So these 8 notes are always flowing. Ding, 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 ding. Dun, 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 dun. So it can be a little bit more pushy. It can be right on the mark, like waves lapping. Or it can be like settling back a little bit, and that's completely under your control. But first, you have to get in that groove, that sense of the cycle of the subdivision. So one way I practice that, in a lot of different music, but especially in a lyric style or a more sustained style, where subdivision is important, is I just tongue the notes very, very lightly. So if I started at the beginning. And that gives you a physical sense of how you're feeling the flow of the subdivision throughout. And that's something that's a high value target. You really want to be trying to sense that as well as you can and keep that all the way through. That helps to make the music so much more engaging for the listener and for yourself as you're playing. So I'll go ahead and play the first trumpet right now. Okay. I will see you in the next installment. Have a good day. Bye-bye.